So we had such an amazing time having a photo shoot with 3 different outfits with my good, talented photographer friend, Nicole. And we've learned so much and created so much work in regards to learning how to do shots in direct sunlight and natural light, and also with softer light. Hello, so we are doing our second outfit. I'm wearing this cool thrift store beret with this white dress and using this sweater.
So my general idea, we just saw it and I really liked the flowers in the background, the little flowers that are on the floor. I thought it was gonna go really nicely with the white flowers with her white dress. And when she brought out the book, it just gave me this idea of just like, oh, I'm like writing a journal in the forest, I don't know. So this is like, I saw this and I was like, this is perfect, fairy tale land. Angled down that way a little bit more, yeah.
So like this?
Mm-hmm. And then if you can tuck the thing under your butt as much as you can, so we don't see it. Yeah. Cool. So this shot, I've got my aperture down to 1.4, primarily because I want to give it that extra dreamy look because of the flowers, and it fits a little bit more with this romantic vibe. So having it down to 1.4 will make the background super blurry. Those white flowers behind her are really going to pop. Shutter speed 1,000 of a second and ISO 1/25. And I'm gonna take my shoes off because this feels a little more comfortable. So I always try to slightly underexpose my shots whenever I have anything white in it. So because I know I can pull the shadows up in Lightroom, but I'll still have those details in the highlights versus having enough detail in the highlights right, or in the shadows right out of shot, but not being able to get those highlights back. That's never a good thing.
The high shutter speed.
The high shutter speed, that kind of helps the amount of light coming into the sensor diminish. So, especially because I'm shooting at f1.4 and I really want that aperture and that soft bokeh look, raising your shutter speed is what's going to give you those deeper shadows and less of a blown out highlight. But that looks gorgeous.
My posing for the first outfit was a lot more harsher, high fashion look, where I was doing my facial expressions a lot more like serious, a lot more like confident and sexy, with adding movement to the poses as well due to that high fashion look. My second outfit, it was more soft, dreamy, using the book and a lot more happy. I did a little bit of sad, but Nicole said she wanted not too sad, so it was just that balance of trying to tell that story and having us collaborate and work together between model and photographer, of knowing like the type of poses based on facial expression with soft hands, more minimal poses, not too flipping my hair around, not too much movements. Actually lifting my body off of the floor. If you do this, I'm gonna look like a lot bigger, and like my neck, it just looks like a lot like that. So you have to like lift your neck up so it can elongate it, and I'm lifting my shoulders up a little bit too, so it could show more like, so it can make it look slimmer. It doesn't look as like flat and like wide. And so I'm just kind of like, it's not comfortable. I'm trying to make it look comfortable, but it's not. And the way I'm making it comfortable is like the soft hands, and I'm like lifting my neck and trying to elongate it with the angles. But yeah, just like this. Not like this. Just like this.
I always tell people that if you are comfortable, you're doing it wrong.
Just letting it know.
My reason on changing my lens is primarily because I'm shooting on my 50, and the 50 doesn't give you that big of a range of height or like, I usually like, if I'm trying to do anything more than just like a natural or like a normal portrait mode, I try to shoot on my 24-70 just because it gives you a good range of wide angle to tell a photo, and you get kind of anything you really need off of one. Where with the fixed 50, you can still get different looks and different ranges, but you have to move more. And then I also feel like then when you're doing too many far away shots on the 50, it just doesn't feel as engaged to me, which I don't really like. I like having a little more engagement in my photos that I feel like you can't get all the time, or at least I can't get all the time on my 50. Low versus the high. The low, it just kind of gives a little more of the ground shot. And so I'm shooting at 70 millimeters, which is actually pretty telephoto. So going low kind of helps give a little bit more of a frame of what's happening with her. Yeah, so you have more of what's going on in the background, just a little blur, and then also what's going on top. So she's framed down on the bottom half of the image. Nice. And I think it helps give you a different perspective. Nice. So something that I also do when I can't actually look through the viewfinder because of the angle of the camera, I just start to look at you. Because then I feel like it's easier to really notice what's going on. Once I have my frame, I'll just kind of set it there and just like watch what the model's doing and go back and forth and make sure that like I can see what's happening. Nice. Beautiful. So I brought in the reflector just because I felt like there was just a little too much shadow going on. And I wanted to see if just a little bit of the light could get bounced back into her. Also, the light has changed a little bit. So I've moved my shutter speed down to 3/20th of a second. And that is something that when you're shooting natural light, you have to just kind of adjust with what the sun is giving you versus in studio where you have full control of what's happening, which I think is what is more challenging about natural light, but something that I prefer. Beautiful.
When do you decide you're done with the location?
Kind of just when I don't feel it anymore. When I feel like I've gotten a lot of the angles that I want, a lot of the different like shots that I want, and really it just depends on if I don't feel inspired anymore, because then I don't think I'm getting as many great shots. I'd rather move on to a different spot. And also when I know I have some in there that I know that I like. And there were quite a few in there that I know I like. So I think we're good.
All right, so we're going to our third location. It's to the lake.
To the lake, yep.
I'm gonna have a nice flowy pink dress.
More vintage looking,
Yeah.
kind of like see-through sheer, which we think will look really nice contrasting the lake because the light from the water is gonna reflect through the dress.
And then my third outfit, we wanted a lot more movements for the dress in regards to like more flowy, dreamy type of movements where it's soft still, but move a little bit more than compared to the second outfit. So I still added movements of the dress, of my sleeves, of my hair, to give it more that dreamy like vibe to it with my dress and with the styling, and also with soft face as well.
I just cleared some stuff out because I know those were going to get in the way in the shot and I didn't want to have to retouch those later. And they're already basically dead, so I didn't feel bad cutting them off. So anywhere, I think primarily facing up that way will be the better one, and then just like maybe have the dress really like flow out in the back. Beautiful. Do that again. Ready and go. Oh, gorgeous. One more time. And go ahead and let the dress go too when you bring it up. Just let it fall. Ready and go. Love it. Yeah. This is cool. Models are always like, they're always troopers. The things that they'll do for a shot. That's how you know when you have a good model. That was it. That was our shoot.
We always love shooting together, so yes, we always get some great shots together. And so thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe below and let us know what other topics you want us to talk about. And please, please, please follow Nicole on her social media. What's your social media, Nicole?
My Instagram is nschlaeppi.photo.
Awesome. And thank you so much again.
Cool.
Bye.